It's fantastic to see you all here. I'm sure Richard is really pleased to see you here now. You will see that we've asked for donations to go to Parkinson's support group, and so to help with that process, to encourage and motivate you, we've got Jason here today to talk to us, and then Paul will follow on with some light relief.
Way, go Jason.
Thank you very much, everyone. So those that don't know me, my name's Jason Lane, and I run the Spelthorne Parky support group. You may think I've got Parkinson's, but I haven't, I'm just nervous. So we've heard a lot about Spelthorne Parkies throughout the course of the afternoon, so I just thought I'd give you a quick introduction about what we actually do. So the Spelthorne Parky Support Group offers information, friendship and support to local people and families of the working age and beyond affected by Parkinson's. The group was established in 2012 and was designed to network with local people within Spelthorne who have Parkinson's, to share some experiences with everyday living, offer mutual support and talking about the ups and downs. The group has formulated its own funds, and all of this money that we raise as a local group is spent on our members. Our mission statement is very simple. It's helping to improve the quality of life for local people with Parkinson's and their family. I first met Richard and Heidi back in around 2014 when they first joined the group. Over the years, Richard was really keen to help the group move forward and in the right direction. He played such a large part of the Spelthorne Parky support group. His dedication, determination to make it successful will never be forgotten. He was always positive, upbeat and engaging amongst all of the group members. And I always used to say 50 milligrams of Richard was far better than 50 milligrams of Cinemet. Richard's hard work and efforts with behind the scenes of the Spelthorne Parky support group was often unnoticed. He was often the one that I would fall upon when it came to the finer detail of administration, especially when it came to formulating well-constructed email responses to official organisations. I would often phone him and say to him, "Richard, I've received an email, I need a response." "No worries, Jason," he said, "leave it with me." A couple of days later, I would often receive a phone call from Richard, and he would say, "Did you get my response?" I'd say, "No." So I log on, look at the email, I open the email, and his response was very simple, which was great. It said, "What a load of old bollocks." Aren't they having a laugh? I learned very quickly to adapt and rewrite that into something a little bit more constructive. Richard would often turn up at my house out of the blue, and before I said hello, he would head straight for my kitchen, put the kettle on, and ask me if I wanted a cup of tea. Not forgetting his attention to the biscuit barrel, saying, "Don't tell Heidi." He would often ask me to present at meetings, and for those that know me, I don't do public speaking. He would say, "Don't worry, Jason, just stand at the front, back straight, clear voice, look at everyone and imagine them all naked." If you can see what I can see now. He said, "Now to stop your shaking," he said, "I can give you some of my medication." For those who know about Parkinson's medication, you will only know too well that one of the side effects is hypersexuality. Standing in a room thinking of someone naked and taking that could have been carnage. He was such a gentle soul, kind, caring and full of energy. He has left such a large void in our lives, which we can only backfill with happy memories of Richard. He will always be remembered.
Amen. Well done.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Mayhew. I'm afraid I'm not Billy Connolly, even though Billy Connolly was Richard's favourite comedian, so you've just got second or third best. I just want to say that Richard would never have wanted us to leave feeling miserable. So here I am with some jokes about Parkinson's. Incidentally, one of the symptoms of Parkinson's is uncontrollable drooling. And I used to co-write the Vicar of Dibley, so if I ever write my life story, I will call it From Dibley to Dribbly. Can I just start by checking the makeup of the group this afternoon? Okay, so if you don't have Parkinson's, could you all on the count of 3 shout out, "I'm a lucky bastard"? 1, 2, 3. I'm a lucky bastard. Great.
We're not.
And now, all those with Parkinson's, on the count of 3, could you shout out, "I've got Parkinson's and it's the contagious sort"? 1, 2, 3.
I've got Parkinson's and it's the contagious sort.
There you go.
That's why
So
I'm
we'll
not
all be
kissing you.
together. Actually, it's not contagious, but it is on the increase. According to the charities, Parkinson's charities, every hour 2 people in this country are told they have Parkinson's, which is pretty serious. It means some of us are being told at 3 o'clock in the morning. Wake up, what have you got Parkinson's? So what is Parkinson's? It occurs when the brain stops producing dopamine, which is the chemical the brain uses to send messages to the rest of the body. If you imagine your body being run by Southern Rail, it has almost 50 symptoms, and we're all different, but we all find movement extremely difficult, though not all the time. At one moment I can move pretty well, and then Julie only has to say, that's my wife, Julie, she only has to say, "Can you hang the washing out?" And I can barely do it. I'm sure Richard was just the same height. Of course, there are things we can do to keep the condition at bay, and Richard kept it at bay for 24 years, so he was an expert on this. There are the tablets, Jason has mentioned them, and some of them can cause hypersexuality. Julie asked if I could start on those straight away. And also there is exercise we can take, and I'd like you all to experience the exercise routine that Richard taught me and taught others. And so in his words, so as Richard put it, stand up, please, if you could stand up, or sit up as straight as possible. Put your left hand on your left hip. Put your right hand on your right hip. And now that's enough of that bollocks. Let's go. Last October, Richard and Jason organised the most wonderful week in Dorset for members of their group and their carers. They brought a therapist, a physical trainer, a psychologist and 2 neurologists, including the wonderful Francesca, who is with us today. And because Richard thought of literally everything, he also invited me and my wife Julie along to keep everyone laughing. He even arranged for Heidi and himself, and me and Julie, to sleep in glamping pods. The main design feature of which is that wherever you are in your glamping pod, you are never more than 5 feet from the toilet. Vital if you have Parkinson's. The whole experience was one of the happiest weeks that I can remember, and my chief memory was of Richard holding in his arms the love of his life. And then Heidi coming up and saying, "Put the computer away." Whenever I think of Parkinson's, I think of the 7 dwarfs. There's Shaky and Dribbly, there's Stumbly and Mumbly, there's the sort that responds to marijuana, there's the hypersexual Gropey, and finally there is Doc, who is described as the intelligent and reliable figurehead to whom the other dwarfs look for guidance. Sounds like Richard to me. And the rest of us can't quite believe that Richard is no longer with us. And I have no idea if there's a heaven, but if there is, he will be busy turning the Elysian Fields into a 2,000-hole golf course. And every shot he hits will be perfect. Thank you very much.